Wall Street takes the brightest people and smashes them into the pavement on a regular basis.
There's only one bottom line on Wall Street, and that bottom line is how much money you make.
This is one of the most stressful jobs on earth. You have stress every single second. Not everybody can survive.
Arrogance, greed, corruption, those are all traps when you work on Wall Street.
Whatever your background was, it's can you make money? Can you contribute to profitable ideas?
You should wake up in the morning with an immediate feeling of dread no matter what. And that is simply because if you know what you're doing, you realize that it might be very, very fleeting.
Being a woman on Wall Street, I think it has its good parts and bad parts. Oftentimes you still feel it's a little bit of a boys' network. Sometimes you're not being taken as seriously because, you know, you wear a skirt and makeup.
There's two major things in this business how to make money on Wall Street. First of all, it's mind your own business. And the second most important thing, discipline.
A lot of our clients look to us to make the money, but also to be something of an insurance policy if the market really gets nasty. Yesterday, the market was nasty, and we had a very good day.
There are two numbers I don't think I'll forget. One is 15, and that is the age I moved out of my parents' house. And the other is 27, and that's the age I retired.
It's about making money, but you have to have discipline, you have to be clairvoyant, you have to be obsessed and fearless. When Guy was managing money in a loft in Soho, he was knocking it out of the park and no one knew he existed. And now he has an office in a midtown high-rise, and his performance has been off the charts, putting him in the top 5% of managers.
We are investors in U.S. equities only, and we are a long-short fund, which means that we are basically making bets, if you will, on stock prices going up and stock prices going down. We trade for both our personal equity as well as that of both institutional and high net worth investors. All righty. We got a lot of money to put to work, so we're going to put some of it to work today.
I have always worked on getting one degree up on another to show that I'm actually well accomplished. I did feel under pressure to prove that. You have to have a certain resilience for Wall Street.
Gets stressful here usually around the open, which is at 9:30 Eastern Time. There's usually some information that has come to light overnight. Thank you.
Hey, chill.
What?
You gonna be good in school today?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
And what are you gonna do?
I'm going to learn things.
You wanna be like a day trader?
Yeah, I want to
sure?
get $1 million.
You want $1 million?
Yes.
That's a good one. How about 2 million?
Uh-oh, that's 5 million.
5 million, okay. But you know what needs to be done in order to make this kind of money, right?
I'm thinking.
It's actually very simple. You gotta start in a high school, have a good grades, and then try to go to college, and then hopefully, you're gonna get a good job and then work long hours, and then you're gonna be better than anybody else. It's the same as in trading, what they do.
Alex came to the country about 10 years ago and he had a degree in finance from Moscow. His dream was to work on Wall Street, and he found out very early on that his degree wasn't worth anything in the US. He felt that he could beat the market. 7 years later, and no losing months, he is on his way to becoming a star.
It's right here. The New York Stock Exchange. Oh my God.
There's a cliche, you eat what you kill. And that's very much the culture of Wall Street. Waking up and feeling like you're on a hunt.
I work for an asset management company that has about $6 billion under management. I have to be at work at 8 o'clock and be pretty much bright-eyed and bushy-tailed because I cover European markets. By the time that I get to the office, they just come back from their lunch break.
Hey, Christina, the coffee machine has gone wacko. You'll find no quarter in the coffee machine. My title? Yeah. President. We're not big on titles here.
Parker is, he runs the show, and then Mike is the analyst. And so pretty much anything Parker wants done, I execute.
I analyze primarily biotech companies that research and develop pharmaceuticals.
Hey, Mike?
Yeah.
You got a second on IRA? As a hedge fund, we can do things that your traditional mutual fund can't do. We can use leverage if we want to. At $1. I mean, also, we can short sell, which means you are betting on the security price going down. Hey, Christina, short 10,000.
Can you please short sell 10,000 for me?
The risks associated with a short are much higher. If you go and short a $100 stock, the most you can make is $100, and the most you can lose is infinite. So it's a little bit more intense emotionally, and that's why a lot of people don't like the business. Technically, Wall Street is a street down in southern Manhattan. On the corner of Wall Street and Broad is the New York Stock Exchange. But what is Wall Street in the more figurative sense? It's the biggest financial market in the world. The siren song of money can get so alluring. It's highly competitive with extraordinarily intelligent people.
There's a lot of competition, and you need to do everything to stay ahead of the pack.
Out of 21 months, we've had one down month, and we would like to not have any more down months.
For me, this is a 24 hours a day job. I cannot come home and say to my wife, this month I did not make money.
I'm here to make money. Let's be real straight about this.
It's the holy grail. How do you take the lowest risk and get the highest return out of it?
We're starting to find a little buy side here. We're here at the American Stock Exchange where in 1987, as everyone knows, the market crashed. On that Monday afternoon, as I was standing doing my job in one of the trading pits you see below me, one of the brokers who was trying to get the attention of another broker actually bit me in the shoulder because I was in his way. I stood there stunned. That's a true story.
It's one of the hardest things for me to explain what I do. I represent on one side some of the richest investors on the planet. And on the other side, we try to find undiscovered managers who we hope will be the next superstar. It's an art discovering some of these managers because for the most part, they like to remain below the radar. I would say 9 out of 10 are going to fail.
This is all we got so far that we've gone over on the short side.
That's not enough.
No.
I basically sit down with my trader and we go through what do we have in the book and what do we think we're going to need to do today. Do we want to add to positions? Do we want to cut positions?
We wanted to wait on these two, right?
We want to wait for them to open and to stabilize. It's a tempting target, but we've been burned too badly on those names.
All right, let's hold off on it.
So
wait.
it is a no-go for the moment. Now here, on the other hand, check our stock loan on that and see whether or not. Can't? No? They have too high an exposure? That's fun. It's always something, isn't it? There's a lot of risk in the market right now, so we're going to be very, very careful about what we do.
If I can talk to trading at Bear Trade and guide them as I'm doing it as well.
No. The way to do it is I want us to open and stabilize. We've got 2 minutes. You've got enough bid here for the time being. We can ease our way into all of it. The market's opened. What's going to happen is you're going to have a flood of orders. Anybody who was short yesterday and thought they were going to get follow through might be nervous. So what you end up with is a very funky move in the very beginning of the day. You see that reprice right now? Yeah. It's all over the place. You want to get in and get those positions on. It's at the flat line right now.
When Guy's working on a trade, you'll never get his attention. I mean, he just has laser focus, and he'll remain in these positions until he takes his pound of flesh out of the market.
Hold him? Hold him. Okay.
All retiring means is that you don't have to work.
Up 100 points.
And the secret to that is creating enough assets for you to support yourself. I worked at a consumer sector focused hedge fund. I love to meet with the managements of the companies, build financial models, analyze their businesses, and pick stocks. Okay, I'm gonna get them both. Strong. Right now I'm in the process of starting my own hedge fund. To start a hedge fund, there's a lot of things that have to happen. You have to have a strategy, and you basically have to build a team before you're in business. Day one, an investor gives you money, they expect you to start performing. Day two.
Another guy resigned.
The board ousted the primary CEO.
The mad scientist.
The mad scientist.
Right now, we are pausing on acting because we're worried about the new guy's resignation.
Okay, I'll tell you my big pet peeve. It's like when you are a company and you're trying so hard to, let's say, you're making a product, and then you see how all the analysts are betting on whether or not the company is going to do right or wrong. I'd rather be the company who's actually making something than being the Weasley analyst who's actually predicting whether or not something's going from A to B. And I don't want to say Weasley. Okay, maybe take out Weasley. But yeah, sometimes I feel that it's more honest to be the. Honest is not the great word either. Let's scratch all that. Scratch. I'd rather be the person who's actually making it happen versus you betting whether or not something's going to go up or down.
There's a nefarious image that short sellers are betting on destruction and loss of wealth, and we don't want to have people profiting from other people's loss. There's some countries that don't allow short selling. France, you can't short sell in France. I think that's really short-sighted. Short selling serves a really important public purpose. Short sellers are often ferreting out information that companies are trying to hide. What's the deal with often the late filing? It's just they're slow? Who's the CFO there? And you think he's competent? A healthy market is one where information is broadly disseminated and honestly disseminated. There's a schadenfreude also to Wall Street, and even among so-called friends. As only the Germans could really come up with this word. It's the joy and revelment of seeing somebody else fail.
This is Sandra. Could I please talk to Carl? I just got a call from a German client. Hold on 1 second, please. Kann ich Sie später zurückrufen? I was born in Germany, in a small town, a middle-class family, as the daughter of an Iranian father and German mother. Dankeschön. Bis später. Nothing ever indicated that I would actually make it to New York City down the road, because it's really a long shot, especially considering that I studied law. But it was always my dream to one day make it to the United States. You know, the morning passes very quickly. I get a lot of phone calls, emails. Most of them I tend to answer right away, try to get them out of the way. We want to be able to increase our leverage, be a little more aggressive. I help make deals. We raise capital from primarily institutional investors, and then we structure funds, put that money in there, and we manage it for them. A fund is kind of a shell of where the securities are being put into. I mean, the minimum is going to be 50 million, and we want to ramp up pretty quickly up to 250, 500. Some deals are really sexy. Sometimes it's exciting to close a deal. A lot of energy and testosterone comes together. Ever so often, though, you want to feed your mind some other stuff to maintain and expand other dimensions. For instance, I took up quantum physics in my spare time. It's for non-scientists, though. It's not mathematical, but it's very interesting, you know, because if you work on Wall Street, things can tend to be a little one-sided, and so you want to feed your brain something else for a change.
It's interesting that we're all working with the same data. We all have the same earnings, forecasts, reports. But the incredible thing about Alex is he reads the way the market interprets that data. He gets in sync with the market.
At the age of 22, I came to the United States. First 3 years I spent as a cab driver. Then I got into the Wall Street, got my licenses, and I become a day trader. How I make money, I do a lot of charts. I'll probably go through 700 or 800 charts. Did they go up? How did they finish? That's what happened to gold. It was a huge turnaround. So what I will do, I'll buy a basket of gold and steel and see what's gonna do. Victor, what's up? We probably doing 500 to 1,000 trades a day. We care what's gonna be in the next 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes, a variety of different intervals. and there's maybe 10,000 people like we are. So figure out every time I'm by the computer, I competing against the person like me. If you made money today, somebody else lost it. Yeah, I'm looking to get in. I probably would make much more money than I'm making right now, but taking a much significant losses and be more volatile, probably be up $10,000, be down $10,000, but this is not my style. Every month you have to be up, you have to get the paycheck. The volume is decent, it's about 2 million shares. It's gonna be a nice comeback. This is a fast making a decision. This is like a police, you either take a shot or you're gonna get shot. Day traders buy here, sell there. Hedge funds buy here, try to sell here. A big investor buy here, hopefully to sell there. But we're all here for the same. This is our job, you know, buy low, sell high.
Aha! Seems somebody got this thing to work. There are things I really like about Wall Street, and there are things I don't really like about Wall Street. The great thing about it, it really is a melting pot. There's a meritocracy to it, and maybe that's too big a word, but it's based off of merit, usually. He changed his name to Inherit Money. Oh my God, the shame of it. What I don't like about Wall Street is there's too much of an urgency on this exact moment. Whipping in and out of stocks, pace it a little bit more. I mean, this is a marathon. It's not a bunch of wind sprints.
On Wall Street, there are two different sides of the street. There's the buy side and the sell side. The difference, really easy to understand. If you're on the sell side and you're angry at the guy you're talking to, you have to slam down the phone before you say, F you. If you're on the buy side, you get to say, F you, then hang up the phone.
Patience. Patience is what counts here.
Got to be able to take advantage of that dip a little bit. Hey, Chris, I want you to hold on that apple trade.
We got 3 minutes. This is like being an air traffic controller at times. It is as stressful as it comes. You might think you are onto something. It's 4% instead of 5%.
Gotcha.
And it starts moving away from you.
It's going to find its line at 150.
You're not in control of the information. You're not in control of the market.
It's much like an ER, so you never know what's going to hit you. If the timing's right, everything will happen at once.
4 months ago.
True, but you have to understand that the reports that we just did were never requested before. So
I'm going to give them one day, and in one day it doesn't happen, I'm going to create a shitstorm because I'm really annoyed.
Stress is the biggest challenge on Wall Street. You're a day trader, you're a hedge fund manager, you're an institutional trader. Anything on Wall Street is a huge stress.
It has a tendency to burn people out.
There's nobody that's been around for any period of time that hasn't had many sleepless nights, thinking, what the hell did I just do? And the person that hasn't had that sleepless night, I wouldn't trust them with a dime because they're too cocksure.
When guys start to believe that they're invincible, is like the moment before they're about to take a beating.
But the moment that you're stressed and under pressure, that's when you have to perform.
So today, for the moment, is a profitable day. So you picked up 40 bips. Doesn't make anybody happy. You can never rest on your laurels here. It's really important to be humble because the market will humble you in an instant. You know, there's an old expression that the market has a paddle big enough to give anyone a spanking.
For me, day is over at 4 o'clock. I come tomorrow as a fresh man, not the day, not the money. You cannot walk away from this business. All the people, when they try to make money, what they're trying to do with it? They're trying to invest. It's a circle. You love what you do, and this is a kind of job which produces a nice income, so you put enough money away, you can wisely invest and support your beautiful lifestyle. That's what the Wall Street is all about. It's about money.
For me, money is just a tool to live the life I want to live. My father made a lot more money than my mother did. When I was 11 years old, they divorced. That had a huge impact on me because a lot of his salary went with him. It made me determined that I would not find myself dependent upon someone else to support me.
The other aspect of the job, it does involve a lot of travel, which, for better or for worse, can affect your personal life with your family. No, I'm taking a client. I'm taking him for golf, actually. We'll be back Monday.
If you don't have a real love of what you do here, you're not going to survive. Even my wife says it to me at times, says, why don't you just stop? And, I suppose the question is, stop and then do what? You can't let your own biorhythms and self-worth and happiness be completely governed by the volatility in the tape. I've seen people get seriously manic depressive that weren't necessarily prone to that. And they just couldn't handle the ups and downs of their portfolios. I think a lot of Wall Street's success is timing, which itself can be a function of luck. But I guess it was Napoleon that said, bring me the lucky generals, because sometimes you make your own luck.
Sandy's an incredible networker. Her legal abilities and her communicative skills just make her, and her look, make her incredible and different. Everyone wants to sign a contract with Sandra. I mean, reality is she's gorgeous. When she comes into a room, you say, what the is she doing here? But never underestimate Sandy, because she'll know the facts. Sandy's brilliant.
When I came over, I knew very few people, and I started from scratch networking.
Sandy is helping me search and identify undiscovered superstar managers.
We are going to the American Council on Germany's awards dinner tonight. It's a great place to network and to meet people. There will be a lot of important business people, corporate people, Wall Streeters. How this works. Oh, it's lovely to see you again, but I don't want to keep you. Let's circulate. The table's like $25,000, so be on the ball. If you go there, make the most of it. Networking is really key because you cannot survive in this business by just sitting behind your desk. I'm very happy where I'm at now, but I would like to keep on growing. And part of that may be transitioning further away from just putting together deals to manager selection. Thank you. When I came here, there were instances where I felt lonely because I was so wrapped up in work and, I didn't have that many friends. Thank you. Thank you. A downside to being a successful woman is that you're always working, and before you know it, another year has passed, another 3 years have passed, and then you get another great offer. And so you kind of get a little bit sidetracked. That may have happened a little bit in my case. Enjoy dinner, and hope to see you soon again. Bye. I mean, it's never too late, so I'm still looking forward and hopefully starting a family. I think that would be most important to me.
I think wedding proposals are going to be your biggest challenges.
I just got $1 million!
I love America.
These are all Wall Streeters. It's about being number one.
Market's sold off about 50 points over the last 10 or 15 minutes.
I am losing money.
Oh, right. We're going in high def.
You're wonderful. That's all good stuff.
Thank you.
I hope you're filming him because he's handsome.
Thank you. Let's go.
It was a conference call with a company, and just one of the guys on the call, I think I know who it was, I could just hear him on the mic saying, every time the CEO would open his mouth, so.
Wall Street takes the brightest people and smashes them into the pavement on a regular basis.
There's only one bottom line on Wall Street, and that bottom line is how much money you make.
This is like being in a foxhole all day long with your enemies. I've seen many people come close to blows over a transaction.
Greed is ugly. Make as much money as you can so that you can get out of there before it turns you to the dark side. Wall Street is all about greed, the worst of human emotions, and just not a good place to be. But it's great to try and make some money. You know, that's capitalism. I started my own hedge fund senior year of college in March of 2003. I work out of my apartment. I commute from my bedroom to my living room. I can do this pretty much from anywhere. I have an internet connection. Back in 1999, the stock market was going pretty crazy. I was in high school. My parents gave me $13,000 of my bar mitzvah money, put it into a discount online brokerage, and I turned that $13,000 into a fully audited pre-tax sum of $1.65 million. It all happened freshman year in college. I pretty much made $1 million in 5 months. Give me that, you little bitch. I'm waking up in my dorm room and I'm up 20 grand in the day. It almost wasn't real. It was almost like a video game. That was sweet.
Tim Sykes is a trader that I've been reading about over the years, and I've had my eye on him. As a Tulane, sophomore, junior, he launched a hedge fund out of his dorm room. From all I know about his trading style and his pedigree and his smarts, you watch him. He'll have 20, 30 million under management soon.
I'm 25 and I'm looking for respect because I haven't gotten any. Even though I've been doing this 8 years, people still don't really take me seriously. That's fine. I plan on doing this another 50 years. It's 9:29. The market is about to open. There it is. It's 9:30.
64. You know, it's sort of unusual. Market's sold off about 50 points. No good reason. But stock that's been under pressure is starting to find some buy sides.
4,900 shares and a half ATS. The market is open. Everything's going haywire. This is all the buyers and sellers. Everyone's just panicking. They're just shitting their pants right now. It's going to be a crazy day.
Shares and a half ATS. 27.5. You bought 4,800 shares and a half. Okay. Now 27.5. Half bid on the wire.
I'm Bob Nunn. I'm a specialist and the managing director of floor operations for Cohen Specialists on the floor of the American Stock Exchange.
2,700 shares, Paladin trades at 20. You sold another 1,500 shares. Take book.
We'll certainly put best effort. Michael and I, Mike Kavanaugh here to my right, we're monitoring about 12 different securities. Right now it's off about 12% on the day with some news this morning.
On half bid size.
Unfortunately, the markets are down right now because of the plot discovered to bomb the Holland Tunnel.
Markets are not happy. Markets are not happy at all. There's a lot of things to be worried about. It's not a time to run in and buy the dip at the moment. You don't want to allow one mistake to undo everything you've just done for months. So we'll be playing it close to the vest and very conservatively.
This is one of the busier areas that we have on the floor, so it requires a lot of attention. Really what we're doing is we're helping to transition price moves, both up and down. The American Stock Exchange, if you look at the structure of the building, the booths behind us are high in the air, and that's where the clerks used to lean over and with hand signals deliver the orders to the brokers on the trading floor, long before we had cell phones down here. And the reason we used to do that is because that's what we were used to when we were outside on the street. The clerks used to hang out the windows of the buildings surrounding the Wall Street area, and they used to hand signal orders to the brokers that were standing in the street below. And those brokers would move from lamppost to lamppost where different securities were traded. Finally, in 1921, we decided to build a building and move indoors and stay out of the elements. This is the building that you see behind us today.
I'm in the process of closing a loan fund. The target size is going to be $500 million. We're getting the marketing materials out to potential clients and seeing approximately how much they will commit. This is not good. This is going to create a major headache for me today because the colleague didn't do what he was supposed to do last night, which is send out documents that were necessary to be able to close today. And if we can't close today, we're going to lose the deal. There's just so much you can do yourself. You have to rely on outside service providers such as lawyers and auditors. It's very important that everybody is with a program and stays on track.
I'm usually on the road about 5:15, 5:30, and I'm in the city by 7. You know, there's a lot to do and a lot to get ready for. I'd like to know all the positions. I'd like to know what's going on in the world, what happened overnight. Market opens up at 9:30, and from there on in, my day is filled with just a whole host of different things. IFO to the moon, Alice. You missed it. Sold. Sold.
8,000 trades at 92, take 4.
So the way a transaction takes place, you're sitting at home, you decide you want to buy a security. You call up your broker, say, I want to buy this stock. That broker will in turn call his representative on the American Stock Exchange. That broker will take the order from the sales rep, and he will take that to what they call a specialist post. That's where we stand all day. That's a central location where all of the transactions take place in this particular security. If the broker wants to buy the stock, they'll pay the offer or the price that someone is willing to sell it, the lowest possible price.
The guys walking around in the aisles are mainly brokers and traders. The guys behind the posts are the specialists. They're the ones handling the order flow, sort of like the traffic cop, auctioneer, and trader, all in one.
So I just shorted 2,100 shares of this stock, betting that it'll go down 597. Right now it's 590. I short sell small cap and micro cap equities. So this is the chart of the stock I'm playing. You can see this is the past 10 days. It's really done nothing up until here when a newsletter promoted it, but it's just bull news. I mean, after I did all my research last night, and I've come to the conclusion that this stock is going down big today. Look at this stock is about to break out. It's going, baby. This is gonna be a damn good short later. Mark the time, it's at 10:15 a.m. It could keep going higher, or my guess, end of the day, it closes at $5.60. My whole strategy is trying to find these stocks that shouldn't be hot, and this, I believe, is one of them. Shorting is so mysterious. It's kind of like hedge funds. So if you run a short-selling hedge fund, God forbid, you're the devil. It's unpatriotic. I mean, I'm betting against American companies. I'm rooting for them to fail. Little do they know that the companies that I'm shorting, they don't deserve to have a high stock price. So I'm not a bad guy, I'm just taking advantage of the fact that bad guys are out there. When you short a stock, you're basically taking a negative position in the company. And therefore, in order to take a negative position, you have to borrow shares from somebody who has a positive position. So it's actually kind of a loan.
When do you leave? Dude, why would you pay? Oh. You know what? Tell Rob he just confuses the hell out of me. Why would you leave 3,000 shares to work? 3,100 shares to work.
This work is not easy at all. You're always thinking. You always have to be thinking. Your brain takes a pounding. We've had people with heart attacks on the trading floor have to be carried off. So there's a high level of emotion and there's a high level of stress, and every day is a different scenario.
Wall Street is a great place because never have so many been paid so much for adding so little.
I'm basically calling you to tell you that I'm expecting to see the documents today. Let me stop you right there. You shouldn't have told me that I was going to be ready yesterday, because I, in turn, told other people who were relying on this, and I'm very concerned. To be quite honest with you, I expect to see something by this afternoon. A lot of this business is driven by deadlines that have to be met because you have a closing upcoming. Could you put this away from me? So right now I'm going to write him an email and the partner that he works with, just to make sure that we'll eventually get everything that's necessary.
I'm betting 300 shares against this company right now. And I'm up on my $2,000, I'm up $15. I don't want $15, I want $20. I gotta get more greedy. Come on, give me that. Boom. 670. Oh, look at this. This is a beautiful fake out. It's going right back up to 620. And meanwhile, the stock is breaking out. Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful. But in the afternoon, if the stock does what I think it's going to do, it should fade pretty nicely. This bathrobe is good luck. Every single one of my major winning trades has been with me. This is Timmy, no logo. My grandmother made this for me. I've made $554 on the day, and this is just small scalping. To make those $554, I've traded 18,000 shares. So I've traded basically $100,000 worth of my capital. Even though I do have a big pile of money and I do have other investors, I'm half the fund. So if I screw up, I can't afford this apartment anymore. And I like this apartment. My goal is to build my hedge fund, to get taken seriously by the industry, to show that my strategy is viable. So I'm about to have a very wealthy potential investor come over. I am going to explain just my whole strategy and basically try and get him to give some of his millions over to me. Tanking. Why do you have to tank right now? This is why I hate planning meetings in the middle of the day, because right when you plan the meeting, the stock is about to tank. And then you're conflicted. Do I take the meeting, which is much better long term, or do I try and make a few hundred, maybe a few $1,000s? We're short bias, short-term trading hedge fund. The key is just finding these small caps and micro caps that are doing something, because there's hundreds, thousands of small caps, micro caps that do nothing. That's where my experience comes in handy, because after 8 years of doing this crap, stock is breaking perfectly. I have to play this. You'll see. Come here. And it went up to 640 3 times. Then it kind of hung around 620, and now it's banging around 605 again. 4,000 shares. Yeah. Take out 602. Take out 6. There it is. Boom. Price hit 6 and took out 6. It immediately went to 590 because there was nothing but sells for those few seconds. So the key is to buy into that selling. Take out the 6s. Bam. Right now I have 2,400 shares left. These stocks are so volatile that they can flip on a dime like that. As of 1:28 p.m., I'm up $1,086. And I'm out.
One of the things that trips people up all the time in the trading game is that once you've hit your objective, you need to pull yourself out of the market and rest for a moment. We do that all the time. We're not just simply always in the market waiting for the opportunity to kind of float along and try to grab it. We're sitting, lying in wait.
You hit it right on negative 20. You're a maniac.
Is that perfect?
That's friggin' hysterical.
So all we have to do is increase these by
like a gazillion, and you're good shape.
The art of what Guy does is just to identify the rhythm of the market, and when he's in sync with the rhythm of the market, he'll just stay with it.
I work alongside with Chris Leonard, my senior trader. He is responsible for taking my decision as to what we want to put into the book and determining what is the most effective way to be able to actually put the trade on. Sometimes people say, well, why don't you just buy it? At times, it may be more prudent to buy it over the course of the day or over the course of several days, where Chris becomes of enormous value. He is in a position to really understand what's going on in the marketplace.
You don't just buy stocks, you also sell short stocks, which basically gives you the ability to make money in a downward market. When you're initially going into positions and then obviously exiting them, yeah, it's a little hectic, but you gotta expect that.
Is this the next IFO? It's fitting the profile. The screen up here is telling me across the board what the market's doing. Each one of these panels, these lines, columns here, divided up by the stocks that we have here at the Post. Each one of the specialists is responsible for running their own panels here.
How many 75 cent bid for 10,000 on this, right?
If someone does come to the Post and wants to sell a particular stock and there's no one around to buy it, we as specialists have to buy it. It's a federal obligation. We have to maintain a fair and orderly market, and we have to be willing to put our capital on both sides, whether it's the buy side or the sell side. It doesn't matter whether it's 100 shares or 1.5 million shares. There is no natural buying and selling occurring all the time.
A lot of times you may have 5 or 6 buyers out here, and we're the only seller. And it has to be done in an orderly fashion until such time that we can find natural sellers to accommodate those buyers. But let me get this clear. If there's no buyers, we have to buy. The day of the '87 crash, specialists were on the floor trying to borrow money against their insurance policies and double and triple mortgage their homes to stop the market from free-falling. Someone needed to step in and buy when no one else wanted to buy. And that's where a specialist comes in. No, stops your light on the book. Wreck it.
I'm showing like 2,000 at 68 for
Done.
3 more.
There are no contracts here. Everything is done verbally. Your transaction and your word is your bond. So you have to have a high sense of integrity to survive down here. One of the unique parts about the Amex here is I've seen many people come close to blows over a transaction and then be seen in the bar around the corner having drinks after work. So, it's a passion. There's a lot of passion that goes on here. It's not monopoly. It's real money. I actually threw a $3,000 monitor at a guy once because he cut me out of a trade that I actually was entitled to. Cost me a $100 fine. I deserved it. I got a little overheated. Wall Street is a small community. Everybody knows everybody. It's a family. It's a tight group, and it's a passionate group.
11 Wall Street, the New York Stock Exchange. Sure, it's a place of worship today, but before the late 18th century, somehow it didn't even exist. Before then, traders and speculators would gather under a buttonwood tree at the foot of Wall Street to trade informally. In 1792, they finally got their act together and started the New York Stock Exchange. Today, the exchange has a global capitalization of $21 trillion.
I am working with Rich Tech on discovering new managers that have great potential that haven't really broken into the market yet.
My dream is to find a Guy in a loft in Soho who's doing an incredible job and no one in the world had heard of him. I explained some of the process to Sandy, and Sandy is introducing undiscovered managers at a rate of 2 or 3 a week. She just put word out that she was looking for these types of managers, and everyone wants to help Sandy.
I'll be meeting with Bruce today to evaluate whether there would be good chances of raising capital for him. To be able to judge him better, you have to meet their staff, and you want to hear them elaborate on their investment techniques.
We're a very, very specific fund that invests in turnarounds. The way we play the game is we hit a home run 10% of the time. And that means a $2 stock going to 20, or a $1 stock going to 12, or a $3 stock going to 15.
How would you describe your strategy, and how can it be, because it seems like you're mostly long.
Typically, we go into a situation, and in turnarounds, it's management, management, management. We bet on management. And turnarounds take a lot of time, so we're patient. But if management doesn't perform, and we give them a lot of slack, and they don't get the job done, we get proactive. We get involved with the company. We help the company execute their business plan. Sometimes we get control. You know, we call up other shareholders, and we sort of bound together to try to get control of the company to make things happen, because we want to make money on our positions. We've got beautiful views of Fifth Avenue here. That's what makes it special.
After 9/11, most money managers that used to be on Wall Street moved up to Midtown, and Wall Street is more of a synonym of that whole culture and industry rather than a particular geographical area.
Yeah, the last half hour on the trading floor is really busy. It's really, sometimes you got to really concentrate, especially when the market starts to make a decent move like it is right now. There's nothing really out there that shows why it should have sold off. 30% of what it was up on the day. But, it's taking a good hit here.
You bought 4,900 shares and a half ATS.
Something caused it to sell off here in the last few minutes.
Half of 24 at 51 sold. 49 more trades at 51. 5,000 trades at 50. You bought 2,500 shares and
Sounds
a
like
half.
HOM's picking up a lot more.
I'm out. Oh, no. What's he doing? I need to know what he's doing. You bought 4,800 shares and a half GK. You bought 4,000 shares and a half ATS.
You leave 15,000?
15,000. All right, listen, I'm going after you. Listen, you bought 4,400 shares and a half book.
The half bid, Jeff.
He's almost done. He leaves nothing.
Got 4 minutes.
6 for 1,057 sold. 1,000 trades at 56.
Scoop.
54, 5,000.
90 bid away, buddy. 90 bid away.
54 for 3,000 shares, 2,059.
The most challenging thing is having to make split-second decisions. You can't really think that fast, even though you believe you can. You can't. You're going on instinct. You're going on reaction. And that's the toughest part of the job, is having to stay focused through that.
5,000, 2,057. Yeah. Offers a light after that.
He's going to step up.
Okay.
2,000 trades at 57. ATS 61 for 2,002 taken. 2,000 trades 62. At 65. 5,065. 1-5. 5,000.
At 41. 20 seconds.
1-5. 5,000.
35 bid here. 35 for 1,000. Customer's got no room?
No,
that's it.
63 for 4,000 to 4 taken. 4,000 trade 64.
What's for sale in the bell?
5 more trade 64.
Not enough to get it there. 4,000 or 5,000 shares, maybe?
6,000 trades to 63. 2-5. 5 up.
All right, close them up.
Amazing, a lot of stress. I can't tell you how many times I've had what I thought were chest pains, and numbness in the arm, and sweaty forehead, and sweaty palms, and dizziness. It's happened at least a half a dozen times. It's the most exciting job you could ever have. If you don't love this place, don't work here. You have to love it. You have to be passionate about it. You have to really care about it. It's a unique person that's able to sustain a career down here.
This is an endless curiosity in trying to predict the future. This is the afternoon fade that I'm talking about. I was about 2 hours too early, because once it cracked 590, you can see it went straight to 550, and I did not take advantage of it. I would have gotten to the $4,000 barrier that I wanted. This is ridiculous. I had 14,000 shares left. This is perfect, and I just missed it. You check back. I said 562 close. That was my call at 10 a.m. You rewind it. We can play this over and over again. I still fully expect this thing to tank in the afternoon. End of the day, it closes at $5.60. So don't tell me you can't predict where the stocks are going, because this was dead on. This is opportunity lost. In the end, we all learned a valuable lesson, not to walk away from the computer in the mid-afternoon when you think there's going to be a mid-afternoon fade. That's it. Lesson learned. Goodbye.
Okay? It's a public offer. It's not me. Okay? So stop pulling my chain.
Some of the ladies like me. Some of the ladies do not. I don't even know. I don't know what I'm saying, but it just sounded good.
Oh, so cute. And we have the same hairstyle too.
And I'll have 2 orders of fries and a Coke with that, please.